It begins with a gentle rhythm, the soft sway of an electric fan in the corner, its blades turning silently, casting shifting shadows across the walls. You notice it more at night, when everything else has gone still. There is a certain intimacy in this quiet movement, yet a subtle hum accompanies it, almost imperceptible, a reminder that the world around you is never truly silent. Perhaps it is this hum that nudges a memory forward. The first time you realized that comfort often carries hidden layers, seen and unseen. The television on standby across the room offers a faint red glow. Its presence is reassuring. It signals connection, entertainment, and background company. Yet, beyond its warm familiarity, it emits low-frequency radiation, not dangerous in the dramatic sense, but persistent, a quiet energy that intermingles with your own biological rhythms. Neuroscience shows that older adults, whose nervous systems are more sensitive with age, can experience subtle disruptions in sleep or melatonin production from prolonged exposure to low-level electromagnetic fields. It is a gentle reminder that the objects we trust most are sometimes layered with invisible influence. The bedside lamp, its light soft and golden, illuminates photographs, books, and keepsakes accumulated over decades. It has been witness to laughter, whispered worries, and quiet reflections. Even as it warms the room, it also radiates small electrical fields, a constant companion to your nightly rituals. The bedroom, it seems, is not merely a space of rest, but a landscape alive with both visible warmth and unseen energy. A cordless phone rests on the nightstand. Its silent presence evokes memories, calls from family, unexpected news, the simple comfort of being able to reach someone when needed. Yet, even when untouched, its standby frequency hums quietly, another subtle layer of electromagnetic waves brushing past your body. And in the corner, the baby monitor, once used for a grandchild's nighttime safety, continues its unobtrusive watch, silently emitting its own invisible pulses. Studies from the World Health Organization and environmental health perspectives remind us that these everyday devices, fan, TV, lamp, cordless phone, and baby monitor, produce low-level EMFs that can, over long-term exposure, influence sleep patterns, alertness, and even cellular processes. It is not meant to frighten, but to awaken attention. Awareness is the first step in transforming the bedroom from a passive environment into a consciously tended sanctuary. As you sit on the edge of the bed, feeling the gentle hum of the fan against your skin, the room glows in a tapestry of shadows and light. The familiar warmth of the lamp, the distant red blink of the television, the presence of devices you have long trusted, all converge into a delicate interplay of comfort and subtle influence. Life, especially in the later years, teaches that peace is not found in ignoring these energies, but in seeing them, acknowledging them, and coexisting with them consciously. Perhaps this is the hidden poetry of growing older, recognizing that even the simplest objects, placed close to our bodies, hold dual truths. They protect and they influence, they comfort and they challenge. The bedroom, once a haven of unquestioned rest, becomes a quiet teacher, revealing the layers of life that we cannot see but can still feel. And as the night deepens, a soft invitation arises, to notice, to reflect, to harmonize with the unseen currents that surround you. Stay with this thought. The ordinary can be extraordinary when observed with awareness. Every object has a story, a presence, a whisper of energy, and by honoring it, you honor both your life and your well-being. Tonight, as you rest, the fan turns, the lamp glows, the television hums, the cordless phone waits silently, and the baby monitor watches quietly. All of it asks for nothing but your attention, and in that gentle attention, a subtle peace begins to form. The morning light filters softly through the curtains, painting a gentle gold across the bedroom floor. You notice the slight tilt of the electric fan, its blades cutting the light into shifting patterns, and you realize how attuned your senses have become to the room's subtle rhythms. The first truth of this reflection emerges here. Awareness is intimacy. By simply observing the ordinary, the fan's hum, the television's standby glow, the lamp's golden warmth, you begin to cultivate a delicate attentiveness. Research shows that older adults who consciously notice their surroundings often experience greater emotional regulation and calm, a subtle but profound form of self-care. The television, silent yet alive in its red standby, draws your attention next. You remember evenings when its soft glow accompanied reading, knitting, or conversation. Now, it exists as both companion and quiet influence, its low-level electromagnetic presence brushing past you without notice. European studies suggest that long-term exposure to these fields may subtly impact sleep cycles and melatonin production. It is not meant to alarm, but to remind you that comfort and vigilance can coexist. By observing the television with quiet curiosity, you learn a new rhythm, one where safety and awareness gently intertwine. The bedside lamp, familiar in its steadfast glow, illuminates memories tucked into the nightstand, photographs, letters, and books worn by decades of touch. Its small electrical field is a reminder that even the objects that bring warmth and light can shape our body's subtle energy. The lamp becomes a metaphor for life itself, comforting, familiar, and influential in ways both seen and unseen. Psychologists note that older adults often experience heightened sensitivity to environmental stimuli, making these small presences more pronounced. Attention, then, is not worry. It is a form of reverence. The cordless phone, quietly resting on the nightstand, evokes memory and connection. It represents safety, communication, and the reassurance of accessibility. Yet even in standby, it hums faintly with electromagnetic energy. Here emerges the second truth: discernment. Understanding what surrounds you and choosing how to engage with it, moving it farther from the pillow, turning it off overnight, is not a limitation, but an exercise in mindful living. It is a recognition that awareness allows control without fear. In the corner, the baby monitor silently continues its watch. Once used for a grandchild's nighttime safety, it now hums quietly in the background, a vestige of love and vigilance. The third lesson unfolds: adaptation. Objects once essential for care may shift in purpose, and your relationship with them must also evolve. Adjusting placement, timing, or proximity is an act of respect, both for the devices and for yourself. Science supports this. Small adjustments to environmental exposures can significantly improve sleep quality and overall well-being, particularly for seniors whose biological rhythms are more sensitive. As you move gently through these reflections, a fourth truth surfaces. Presence is active. Sitting quietly, observing the fan, television, lamp, phone, and monitor, you recognize that every object engages subtly with your body, influencing energy, sleep, and even mood. Neuroscientists have found that older adults, brains respond more vividly to both memory cues and environmental stimuli, making conscious observation a source of insight and emotional clarity. Presence, then, is not passive. It is a deliberate act of engagement with the world that surrounds and sustains you. Finally, impermanence weaves its quiet lesson. The objects in your room, though familiar and comforting, are not eternal. The lamp will burn out, the fan will age, the technology will be replaced. Similarly, your body shifts and changes, and the room's influence on your well-being evolves alongside it. Recognizing this impermanence cultivates a serene clarity, attachment without rigidity, care without fear, and presence without obsession. The bedroom becomes a microcosm for life itself, a delicate interplay between constancy and change, comfort and subtle influence. By afternoon, the room seems transformed. It is no longer just a space to sleep. It is a reflective landscape, alive with teaching. The 5 objects, the electric fan, television on standby, bedside lamp, cordless phone, and baby monitor, have revealed their dual nature, protective, familiar, yet subtly influential. And through them, you learn to navigate the invisible currents that shape your rest, health, and emotional well-being. Awareness, discernment, adaptation, presence, and acceptance now quietly guide your interactions with the space, turning ordinary objects into teachers and routine nights into moments of intentional care. The day fades, and with it comes a gentle anticipation for nightfall. You know that when darkness returns, the fan will hum, the television will glow, the lamp will warm the room, the phone will rest silently, and the monitor will continue its watch. But this time, you will meet them with awareness, understanding, and quiet respect. The first steps toward harmony with both the visible and invisible energies that inhabit your bedroom. Night settles into the room like a slow breath, and the bedroom hums softly with life. The electric fan turns steadily, cutting through the warm air with a gentle rhythm. Its sound is familiar, comforting even, yet beneath that familiarity lies a subtle presence, an invisible current brushing past your body as you sit quietly. You realize that this hum, this soft vibration, mirrors life itself, persistent, sometimes unnoticed, and yet always influencing the spaces we inhabit. The first deep truth of the night emerges here: vulnerability. To be attuned to the subtle energy of objects, to recognize that what we once took for granted has influence, is not weakness. It is awareness, a delicate form of wisdom cultivated over years of life and experience. The television glows faintly across the room, its red standby light a constant sentinel. You remember evenings when it provided companionship, when its light illuminated stories, laughter, and quiet reflection. Now, it stands as both comfort and gentle teacher. European research highlights that even low-level electromagnetic fields can influence sleep and hormonal patterns, particularly in older adults. The television becomes a metaphor for duality. The ordinary objects that shape our daily routines also carry subtle forces that merit attention. Accepting this duality allows you to embrace both familiarity and caution, a lesson that extends far beyond the bedroom. The lamp, casting warm light on the nightstand, illuminates old photographs, journals, and books worn soft with touch. Its small electrical field mingles with the subtle currents of other devices, forming a network of influence that quietly interacts with your body and mind. Psychologists studying aging note that older adults often experience heightened sensitivity to environmental stimuli, Even light, sound, and vibration can subtly shift mood and alertness. The bedside lamp, humble yet constant, teaches the second truth: intimacy with time. It has witnessed decades of memory, moments of reflection, and countless nights of contemplation. Its presence reminds you that both objects and life itself are layered with history, influence, and quiet meaning. The cordless phone rests nearby, silent yet humming with invisible energy. It evokes memories, calls from loved ones, urgent news, and the comfort of connection. The subtle radiation it emits is a gentle reminder that the tools we rely upon most often carry unseen consequences. Here, the third truth unfolds: the power of small choices. By shifting the phone's location, turning it off at night, or simply being mindful of its proximity, you exercise agency. These minor adjustments ripple outward, influencing sleep, health, and emotional well-being. In this practice, wisdom is not grand or dramatic. It is quiet, cumulative, and profoundly human. In the corner, the baby monitor continues its watch, silent yet alive. Once it ensured the safety of a child, now it hums softly in empty vigilance, a relic of love and care. This object embodies the fourth truth: reflection. It invites contemplation of past and present, of continuity and change, of connection and autonomy. Neuroscience suggests that memory, even when intertwined with environmental cues, activates areas of the brain linked to both nostalgia and gratitude. To observe the monitor is to observe life itself, a quiet interplay of memory, presence, and invisible influence. Finally, the fan, television, lamp, phone, and monitor together form a network of subtle currents in the room. This brings the fifth lesson: acceptance. You cannot eliminate all unseen energy, nor would you want to erase the comfort and history these objects hold. Acceptance is not passive. It is the active practice of living consciously within the space, harmonizing with both what is visible and invisible. Research in gerontology shows that older adults who cultivate mindful awareness of their surroundings experience improved emotional resilience, better sleep, and a greater sense of autonomy. By embracing this rhythm, the bedroom transforms into a sanctuary where insight, calm, and emotional clarity coexist. The room hums and glows, but no longer does it feel intrusive. Each object is both familiar and alive, a partner in the quiet choreography of night. Vulnerability, intimacy with time, the power of small choices, reflection, and acceptance converge, creating a deep emotional resonance. The fan turns, the television glows, the lamp casts shadows, the cordless phone waits silently, and the baby monitor watches. They are ordinary, yet extraordinary in the lessons they hold. They remind you that life's subtleties matter, that invisible currents carry meaning, and that peace can be cultivated in awareness, not fear. Tonight, the bedroom is more than a place of sleep. It is a living space of understanding. It mirrors your attention, care, and capacity to notice. The objects that once seemed mundane now teach lessons about presence, choice, and coexistence. In this quiet, subtle world, you feel seen, guided, and connected to your surroundings, to your memories, and to yourself. The emotional core of this room and of your experience is clear. Awareness transforms the ordinary into sanctuary, the habitual into wisdom, and the invisible into meaningful companionship. Dawn stretches slowly across the bedroom, spilling pale light, over the familiar objects that have quietly taught so much. The electric fan in the corner, now still, seems almost alive in its absence, a silent reminder of movement and persistence. The television sits dormant, its red standby glow softened by the morning sun. The lamp, the cordless phone, and the baby monitor all rest in their accustomed places, yet each carries the invisible traces of energy and influence that have been guiding you through nights of reflection. This is the moment when understanding deepens. The bedroom is no longer simply a room. It is a landscape of awareness, a space where lessons are both tangible and unseen. The first insight of this stage is humility. Agging is a teacher, and it gently instructs us that our bodies are increasingly sensitive to the environment around us. Subtle radiation, low-level electromagnetic fields, and even the soft glow of a lamp can shape our sleep, mood, and health over time. Studies in environmental health confirm that long-term exposure to EMFs, while not acutely dangerous, can influence melatonin production and sleep architecture, particularly for older adults. Recognizing this is not a cause for fear, but a call to respect both our bodies and our surroundings. Humility allows us to act intentionally, balancing comfort and awareness without judgment. Interconnectedness emerges next. The 5 objects in the room, fan, television, lamp, cordless phone, and baby monitor, are not isolated. They exist within a network of human activity, technology, and energy. Each pulse, each hum, each light interacts with your body in subtle ways. The fan's breeze cools the air while carrying invisible currents. The television, while entertaining, is part of a web of electrical energy extending beyond the home. Interconnectedness reminds us that our choices, moving an object, switching it off, adjusting a lamp, ripple outward, affecting both physical and emotional equilibrium. Philosophically, this is a lesson in mindful responsibility. Awareness of the unseen allows care without anxiety. Acceptance is the third truth of this morning reflection. You cannot erase all invisible forces, nor would you want to remove the comfort and familiarity these objects provide. The baby monitor hums faintly, a vestige of care. The lamp glows softly. The cordless phone stands ready. Acceptance is about coexistence, a harmony that embraces both presence and influence. It is a quiet act of surrender paired with mindful stewardship, a recognition that life's subtle forces are inseparable from the beauty and meaning they help sustain. Silence and stillness form the 4th layer of understanding. The bedroom, in its early light, offers a rare space of quietude, a pause from both external noise and the hum of invisible currents. Respecting silence is a way to honor the body's natural rhythms, to allow the nervous system, which becomes more sensitive with age, to rest fully. Researchers in sleep and gerontology emphasize that creating such deliberate pauses in environment and routine promotes restorative sleep and emotional clarity. Silence is more than absence. It is a form of presence, a space for reflection and healing. Finally, compassion ties the understanding together. You extend it to yourself, recognizing that agging brings new sensitivities, slower rhythms, and the need for conscious care. You extend it to the objects, which have served decades of comfort, safety, and connection. And you extend it to the invisible energies that hum softly in the room, forces that are neither enemies nor neutral, but partners in your journey. Compassion allows wisdom to emerge gently. Small choices, Mindful adjustments and reflective awareness create a life of balance and peace. By now, all the lessons have revealed themselves. Awareness, discernment, adaptation, presence, impermanence, vulnerability, intimacy with time, small choices, reflection, acceptance, humility, interconnectedness, respect for silence and compassion. The bedroom is no longer a mere backdrop for sleep. It is a teacher, a mirror, and a sanctuary. The fan, television, lamp, cordless phone, and baby monitor each carry dual truths, familiar comfort intertwined with subtle influence. By noticing, adjusting, and coexisting consciously, you transform the ordinary into extraordinary care. As the sun rises fully, spilling warmth over the room, you sense a gentle closure. Understanding is not a single revelation, but a quiet, lived experience. The invisible threads that once seemed mysterious are now companions, reminders of choice, awareness, and the delicate interplay between seen and unseen, body and environment. And in this clarity, you feel both enlightened and comforted. The bedroom hums softly, yet you are at peace. Night returns, slower now, settling over the room like a soft exhale. The electric fan hums gently in the corner, its rhythm familiar and grounding. The television sits quietly on standby, its red glow a soft heartbeat in the darkness. The bedside lamp casts a warm, golden light, illuminating photographs and mementos that have accumulated over decades. The cordless phone rests silently on the nightstand, and the baby monitor continues its watch, a subtle guardian of quiet vigilance. These 5 objects, once mundane, now feel alive with lessons, gentle guides for awareness, care, and reflection. The first feeling that emerges is gratitude. Gratitude for the warmth and comfort these objects provide, for the memories they hold, and for the invisible currents that remind you of life's delicate balance. Positive psychology research emphasizes that even small practices of gratitude, noticing and appreciating ordinary objects and routines, can boost mood, foster emotional resilience, and deepen a sense of well-being, especially in older adults. Here, gratitude is not abstract. It is immediate and tangible, flowing from the hum of the fan, the glow of the lamp, and the silent watchfulness of the monitor. Harmony is the next revelation. You cannot remove every invisible frequency, nor should you erase the presence of these familiar companions. But you can adjust, arrange, and live intentionally alongside them. Moving the fan slightly, dimming the lamp, turning off the television at night, placing the cordless phone just beyond reach, or repositioning the baby monitor. These minor gestures create balance. Studies in environmental health and gerontology show that such mindful adjustments improve sleep quality, reduce stress, and enhance emotional equilibrium. Harmony, then, is not the absence of influence, but the art of coexistence. Presence deepens this calm. Each breath, each heartbeat, each subtle movement in the room becomes a meditation. The hum of the fan, the glow of the television, the warmth of the lamp, the quiet readiness of the cordless phone, and the soft watch of the baby monitor all become threads in a mindful tapestry. Neuroscience suggests that older adults who engage actively with their environments, noticing subtle cues and rhythms, cultivate sharper attention, reduced anxiety, and a richer emotional life. Presence transforms ordinary routines into meaningful acts of care and awareness. Compassion threads through the final moments of the night. You extend it to yourself, acknowledging that aging brings heightened sensitivity and changing needs. You extend it to the objects, honoring their decades of service, warmth, and connection. And you extend it to the invisible energies that hum softly through the room, recognizing them not as enemies, but as companions in your journey. Compassion allows you to make choices with gentleness, moving, adjusting, or simply observing, while maintaining peace and trust in the environment around you. Finally, timelessness settles over the bedroom. Agging is no longer about counting years or fearing invisible currents. It is about holding what matters close, adjusting what requires care, and dwelling with awareness and acceptance. The electric fan turns its blade slowly, the television glows softly, the lamp illuminates the nightstand, the cordless phone waits silently, and the baby monitor watches quietly. Each object teaches, comforts, and guides in its own subtle way. Perhaps this is the essence of later life, living with mindful awareness, embracing both the visible and invisible, and transforming ordinary spaces into sanctuaries of peace. Maybe growing older isn't about avoiding the unseen or mastering control, but about meeting the world and all its subtle currents with curiosity, gratitude, and compassion. Tonight, the bedroom hums quietly, yet it feels alive, safe, and harmonious. You close your eyes, breathing in the serenity that emerges when awareness, reflection, and gentle care converge. In this room, in this moment, peace is tangible, luminous, and enduring. And as the night deepens, the last thought lingers softly. Life, like the quiet hum of your surroundings, is gentle, persistent, and profoundly beautiful when noticed fully.